Oh no.
What?
There we go. I'm just gonna leave my camera off today. I look terrible. I went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey everybody, this is gonna be a podcast today. I'm Nelson. We got Belinda, we got Eugene, and today's topic is idiots. So before we start, this is the Mardox Daily Live Chat, and it's literally just a chat, not necessarily marketing or anything of the sort, but a chat. So let's get right into it. Belinda, you you want me to start? You want me to start with the idiots of the world?
Be my guest. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start back at the beginning. I have a 56-inch TV and flat screen LCD, beautiful piece of technology from Samsung, and the upper half to 1/3 of the screen went dim yesterday while I was watching a show, and dim where you can't really make out what's being seen. So my wife saw this and she's upset. The TV's a piece of junk. Throw it out. Now we have to get a new TV, and it's not worth fixing because, granted, sometimes these TVs are just not worth fixing. It costs more to fix it than the worth of it. I mean, a new 46-inch TV, we could have it for $550. A repair technician would probably charge $500 to fix it. Okay, so I went on YouTube, and I'm leading up to the idiot part here. I went on YouTube primarily to look up to see what's causing this and how to fix it. And it turns out there's 4 parts inside the electronics that you can unsolder, put the new 4 parts in, and boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada beekman, it's fixed, it's perfect, and there's no issues. And it turns out the parts that I'm going to be buying tomorrow are about $5, including the gas for me to travel to the place to get the parts. So $5 repair for a $1,500 TV, right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to fix that tomorrow. But where the idiot part is, go on YouTube and type in, do a search for Samsung TV dim screen or screen dimming or something like that, and you're going to see videos on YouTube of these idiots that are telling people how to fix their TV, not to unsolder the parts inside or to find the parts and have them changed out. Not that. To get a rolling pin and smack the upper left-hand corner of the TV with a rolling pin, and this one guy does it really hard, almost spins his TV around. And he goes, hey, look, it's fixed. To me, as a technician, that tells me there's a bad solder connection on the motherboard or a bad plug or a bad wire. Hence, fire hazard, right? Short-circuiting? Anybody here?
Can you say arson?
Arson? But the thing is, it's like, what are these idiots doing? And one lady, I saw her video, she goes, oh boy, I hope this works. I hope it doesn't break the TV. My husband's going to be so mad at me if I break it. And then she goes, whack! Hits the TV, and she goes, oh, look, it worked. And sure enough, the whole left-hand side of the TV became bright again, right? And hi, Lauren. So,
Hi, Lauren.
So she goes, oh, right, it's fixed. And then but not 5 seconds later, the side of the TV, the left-hand side, went back to being dim again. So she whacks it again with the rolling pin, but this time she cracked the screen. Yeah, there's a fix. You idiots out there teaching people to do this stuff. People, don't hit your electronics. If there's something wrong, don't hit your electronics. We're not cavemen. Even though
Just I want to throw my computer out the window, but I don't really do it.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Lauren, you need to clean your camera lens. It's all smudgy.
Yeah, I see that.
You got grease on it. You must have touched it with your thumb or something. That looks better. There you go. Now you can see you. Otherwise, you look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, old blurry. But Lauren, we're talking about idiots today. So that was my idiot situation this morning, watching this, going, oh my God! People, don't tell me people are actually hitting their TVs. They're beautiful. The one she cracked, I think, was a 72-inch TV. I mean, that's gonna be like $3,000. Where, let's see, a $5 in parts. Okay, I'm a technician, so I can do it myself. Versus, I don't know, the screen cracked. I don't think there's no repairing the screen with crazy glue.
Well, you could try.
Yeah, guess what? Your husband is going to be pissed off at you now when he gets home. because you took a rolling pin.
I don't know why.
Well, it reminds me of one time. My friend Greg Faulkner, he had a girlfriend, and at the time we were using Apple IIe computers. I know those are the older computers before PCs and stuff. But the Apple IIe was a very easy computer to open up. You can all you have to do is unclip the top, and you had full access to it. And Greg said before leaving for work, "Oh man, when I get back home later tonight, I gotta clean out my computer." And she says, "What?" And he said, "Well, inside my computer's full of dust. I got to clean it out." So she got the bright idea to literally wash his computer.
Okay.
Literally, when he got home, it was drying in the dish rack. Idiots.
Hey, that's a whole new level of idiocy.
Yeah, idiots. But it's the first time I realized that, yes, you can wash electronics as long as they're not turned on. There's no problem. Back then, everything was all sealed and there's no little nooks. As long as everything's dry, you can turn it back on. There's no short circuits. Don't do it with a computer of today. You're asking for trouble. Okay, so, Belinda, you had idiots in your life today that you say lowered your IQ.
Well, that's just not today. That's a lot of days. But today was a whole new level of low. That's the difference.
Come on.
Okay,
we
imagine this. We're going to get someone into the twilight zone. Imagine a guy comes to you. Now, and don't get me wrong, guys. I love my clients, okay? I do not talk bad about my clients. But this guy wouldn't even consider a client, okay? This guy just came to me. I spent half the morning with him. Okay? Not getting paid for it, mind you. And, I'm just trying to help him. He says he's brand new. And, he doesn't, he's lucky he knows how to do his email account, okay? So, I'm doing step by step to help him. And he knows how to do the basics. He isn't that helpless. He knows how to make an email account and all that. And he has an email account that says My Long Schlong. So, needless to say, that's just not going to be a good business email. So I told him to go to gmail.com and make a new email account for business. Like, it could be his name, whatever. I advise him strongly to brand his name, or something like it. And so he says, I don't know. I think you should do it. I'm like, no, you're a big boy. You can do it. So I gave him homework assignments, and because I had 2 other clients I had to check back on, and then I would convene with him in an hour and a half. So when I get back to him, I gave him all his instructions. To make a long story short, I gave him very detailed, easy, simple things to do that even newbies can do. I get back to him, and I said, okay, do you have your new email account? He goes, no. And I said, why? And he says, I don't know. I guess you should just make it. I don't know what to call it. I said, think. I said, use your name. Did you even see what was available? I gave you a list of names on your Skype to see what's available. He's like, yeah, I just never got to it. I said, what have you been doing this whole time? He says, well, I saw this thing on TV and I was watching it. I said, are you wanting to grow your business or don't you? He says, well, yeah. I said, then you got to start getting serious. Now, at first I thought he was putting me on, but then I started to realize the more I talked to him, he was actually really, really serious. Mm-hmm. And so we started to perceive him making the email, and his email was RDD2, me too, you too.
Whoa, what was it?
RDD2, like the Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's supposed to be. I could be wrong. RDD2, me too, you too, or whatever reason. I don't know. I'm like, why did you pick that? He goes, because it was available.
Oh no.
Now, what did I just, boys and girls, what did I just give him? I even wrote down the instructions so he could read them back. The parameters of the names to choose from for a business account. Then I go on to have him do the 4-color personality test. Write down 4 scenarios and what color would they be. So I wrote down the 4 scenarios to give the start, like, situations basically. And then I list the 4 different answers and which color are they, because he already had the color chart. He wrote down, I'm not kidding you, he wrote this, I mean, my 3-year-old cousin could understand this, okay? He wrote down next to each sentence that I wrote out a continuation of the sentence, as if he was answering it.
Oh.
Not giving me the color for what that person, how they were acting, when it's very clear. And I went over 3 times with him on top of that. I mean, these are just one of the 10 things I went through today with the same person.
I'm yellow.
You're more than yellow, but we won't go there. Anyway, so the point is, I knew what color he was just the first minute talking, and his color is called stupid. Anyway, so I wanted him to figure it out, and I mean, this is just a small example of the 10 things I went through with him today, all morning, just about. Besides, when I took a break to check on other clients. I mean, I'm surprised I'm not bald. I'm surprised my head's not right through the wall right now, and I didn't throw my computer out the window and yell at it.
Well, I had a situation this morning regarding our payment. By the way, I'll tie them both together. Our price is going up for our membership at Mardox to $24.95. If anybody wants to get in with a $19.95 membership, you have till Friday morning this week to get in at $19.95. Go click the update now button in your members area, and you can now pay by credit card, PayZelle, or PayPal. So get in soon, get in now, or you're going to miss out on the $19.95. So with that said, this morning I had a person call up and actually called me up, used the function to push the buttons, and he says, why on earth? Oh, sorry. For the last 2 days, that one person's been saying they want to sign up. So when is it going to be ready? When's it going to be ready? When's it going to be ready? So they go to pay. Now I've already given the person a temporary paid membership for 3 days, so you can see what's on the inside. So he goes in to pay because by this morning it had canceled out. He's back to a free membership, and so he went and clicked the button. He calls me up and says, "Why on earth would do you expect me to pay $19.95 for this website, where I know a person that owns a website? He gave me 3 days of paid membership. All I had to do is ask nicely."
Then go to him.
No, but listen carefully to what I just said. What's the first thing I said? I said I gave the guy 3 days membership, and today it timed out. It set him back to a free membership, right?
Oh, so he didn't know it was you, the
doorknob. He didn't know it was me.
That's why I said he didn't realize it was you. He's telling you like it was some other guy that did it.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to that guy. Okay, whatever, bye. Click. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, welcome to tech support. And me help you.
Stupidity of the year.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, no, that was just, I got to say it's bad. But to top it off, the person has absolutely no interest whatsoever in paying $19.95 a month. Why did I waste my time in the last 3 days helping a guy out? Why did I give him 3 days of paid membership so he could look around? You know, these people come across as, oh, I'm really interested and I want to do this and I want to do that. But really what they want is they want you to do everything for them.
Well, sometimes you're not going to know. And so you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, honestly, that's all you can do. But look at it this way. At least you didn't really lose anything.
That's it. I mean, go back to my TV situation. I got a choice of taking my TV and throwing it out to the curb, or do some research, find out what it takes to fix it. Okay, I have the know-how, but still, I mean, you can call a repair technician or somebody, find out who knows who that knows electronics. Somebody somewhere in the world knows how to unsolder parts inside of electronics, and it's not just a few people in the world. There's a bunch of people. But I mean, I did what I needed to do to get where I wanted to go. I want my TV fixed, so I went and found out what I had to do. In the meantime, I found content. Stupid idiots with rolling pins.
You know what? We should, I mean, I'm not trying to be negative or put anybody down, but maybe we should have a segment of our chat called the Idiot Award.
Yes. The Mardox Idiots Awards. Apply now.
Because when we could have our viewers cast in votes for that, and we check it out.
We should have put a
that could be fun.
We should have put up a warning at the beginning of the show. Warning: massive undertone, negative undertone.
Maybe once a week we can have a venting, a rant and vent episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I think it's healthy if you do it in a constructive way.
An hour ago, my rant and vent would have been my video I put up for Nelson's Thoughts. Did you guys watch it today?
Oh, I didn't get a chance because, like I said, I was dealing with an idiot all morning.
Lauren? Did you get a chance to see it?
I watched your last one.
Eugene?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I would have already watched it otherwise.
Well, ranting and venting would have been, I did that video, I'm not kidding you, 5 times. First time the audio didn't pick up. The second time the mouse wouldn't show. The third time the only screen that showed up was the very, very first screen. All the moving the mouse and clicking around, the screen was changing, but the software never went to the next change, right? It was like having just one still frame and that was it. So the 5th time around, finally, it recorded, it filmed, it did it properly. All because I had to go through and change the settings. I'm using a new.
But by then, either one of two things happened. Either by then you were like ranted out, or you were even more ranting because of the fact that you had to do it 5 times.
I wish I could take my camera right now and show you my floor. I got ticked off, and everything on the table beside my desk, I went, rah, and it's all over the floor.
I've done that before, rarely, but I've done it.
Yep.
I try not to do that. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to be negative. Like, I don't want to be one of those people that puts people down. Like, I won't mention any names. And I'm not trying to stoop to that level, but I think there's a healthy way to vent and rant.
Yeah. There is.
And there's just people out there that, I mean, even if they deserve it, we shouldn't be doing it. I know that. But maybe once a week, because our viewers, maybe they can identify with that. Not that we're trying to stoop to a level like that, but maybe even our viewers, because they deal with this, right?
Well,
I mean, they're marketers.
Well, look at Fugly. He's got a channel for ranting. He's constantly saying in his shows, if you guys watch it, I hate these stupid fucking sheep, the ones that cut you off in traffic. And I said that word because that's his phrase, stupid fucking sheep. That's his phrase. And but he does it with that that high pitched modified.
Yeah, I know, like the helium sound.
Yeah, no, he calls it small squirrel. But he does it, and he does that rant like that as comedy and for stress relief. It's when he really has something that bugs him, he does a video like that, puts it up, and he doesn't care if anybody follows him or watches or anything. He doesn't care. He just wants to put it up and get it up, and then it's up. It's like a journal for him. You see?
Well, that's the thing. Okay, I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I have to be professional.
Yeah.
Even when they take me off to the high heavens, okay? Yeah. So I have to vent it out somewhere. And yes, I know I could do it private in my own home and all that. But there's nothing that feels better than being able to vent it out with like-minded people.
Yeah, that's right.
It just makes it better for some reason.
Eugene, before the show, you said you had a stupid, you had an idiot situation at one point. Do you want to talk about it?
I've had several, but it's. I don't think it's worth mentioning.
Oh, please do. We would love to hear you.
We need our lives are empty without this drama.
Yeah, and usually you barely talk. It's your chance to talk now.
Eugene.
Eugene.
Eugene just turned off his microphone. I was like, I'll forget it.
No, I'm here.
Go ahead, Eugene. Tell us all your stories.
Well, I've had several aggravating incidences on the internet, but I don't think it's it's worth mentioning.
Well, it is. So go ahead and mention it.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. I don't want to force anybody that doesn't want to talk.
No. I'm not trying to force him. I just figured he'd want to, but maybe he was shy to.
No, I don't think it's worth mentioning.
Because we don't have to give names or anything.
Aggravating on the internet. One of my aggravating situations recently on it has to do with YouTube, and it's my AdSense account at YouTube was created about 7 years ago, and the email the mailing address was my PO box down the hill from here. Since I moved my office back into my house, I used to be in an office space. So when I moved my office back to my house, just to save money and bills, I was getting tired of paying for an office space for, here I can do some work, go watch TV, come back, and it's a lot less stressful. I after the show, I'm going to walk my dog. At an office space, you can't do that. It's not as pleasant. I want my work to be fun, not stressful. So I set up my AdSense account at my PO box, and then when I moved here, I changed my PO box, my mailing address for my business to my house address. Again, to save some money, because it's like $150 a year. I didn't want to pay for a mailbox that I had to walk to every couple of days, and it was just junk mail. Anyways, AdSense, I asked to have it confirmed. In order to confirm your AdSense account, now this is your Google AdSense, is to be able to receive money off of the videos like we're making here. We get paid through AdSense, and so I asked them to verify my address. I didn't pay attention. I said, click the button, click go. And then I'm sitting there waiting. 6 weeks later, I go back into my account, and I still didn't get no confirmation card. You're supposed to mail a card to you with a number on it that you're supposed to punch in. It confirms your address. Went back in and realized they mailed it to my old address. I don't have access to that address at all. So go in and I update my mailing address on AdSense again. And it took about 2 months of waiting around until somebody at YouTube finally said, "Oh dear, there is a glitch in our system. You're right. We fixed it. Now you can go and do it." Go back in, push the buttons, and it's still trying to send the same little card to the same address. Now, this is a third time, and after 3 times, you cannot request a mailing address verification after 3 times. So I'm sitting there going, contact YouTube. Say, guys, I'm trying to get money through AdSense. They're not listening to the problem. Here's the situation. YouTube finally contacted AdSense, which is all different departments in Google. They finally got a hold of AdSense, said, guys, you got a problem. When someone updates their address, their shipping address for the confirmation for the address doesn't update. So someone finally went in and did it, and then I had to get them to understand that I already tried 3 times. I'm past my limit. They had to allow me another time, a 4th time. Now I finally got the card, got the code, plugged it in. Now I'm confirmed. That was a year ago when I tried starting to verify the account. A year. Talk about aggravating situation on the internet. Unacceptable.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
Okay, I was going to say, I just remembered something.
Was that what that noise was?
Anyway.
I thought it was a small neutron bomb that went off somewhere.
No, yes, it was your brain. But anyway, just kidding. No, seriously though, there is a guy, I won't name any names. Remember I told you there's a couple of lead scrapers I had and other types of software that if I had to reformat my Windows, they would want to charge me again just to have it re-download, even though it's on the same computer, same operating system and everything, when all they had to do is just reset it. Well, the guy since then said he knows how to reset it now and won't charge me this time. So we were on the phone, we were talking on the phone, and we got along famously. I'm like, wow, this guy's actually pretty cool. He offered to help me out and everything. Then just a couple weeks ago, this is during the holidays. Then a couple weeks ago, I got back in touch with him when we because he was going to be busy for a couple months, right? I got back in touch with him, and the link towards my Facebook poster isn't there anymore. Because it's web based,
right?
And he went from download to web based version, and he says, "Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore." I said, "I just paid you. I won't say how much I paid, but." I just paid you for this 2 months ago. And he goes, well, it's not my problem if you didn't use it in the last 2 months. I said, no, that's not the point. I paid you a good amount of money for a lifetime access, and now you decide to up and just close the site. And he started putting me down. I'm like, wait, you were so nice on the phone, and now you act like a total jerk. What's the deal? And he says, I'm not going through this with you. I made my decision. I'm like, this is why you don't have a successful business, and you never will until you learn how to treat your customers. No, I let him have it. I wrote a big dissertation email. I said, you could be one way on the phone, but the way you talk the way you treat your customers, it's a bunch
Yeah.
of BS.
Well-
That said, this is why you're not well known. This is why you're not making money. This is why everything you do fails because you go up and you run away from it instead of fixing the problem.
Well, the thing
I
is,
say-
hold on now. Either he is successful off the backs of others, which is not right, and I'm totally against, or he's not successful at all, and he can't afford to give you back the money. In other words, he had to use the money to pay bills and buy groceries.
All I know is that for a software dude, he doesn't know what the heck he's doing, or he's just a quitter, or maybe both.
Well, a lot of people are. I'm a software person more than a people person, and I had to go through some courses to learn how to talk to people and be on camera, and how to do whiteboard presentations. I actually had to go and take course to do it, and it helped a lot. It was a 6-month course, and it helped a lot to understand what to say, what not to say, because I got this. Like I keep telling people, I don't know if it's Asperger's or autism or what.
Okay, but this guy could talk to me on the phone.
Yeah.
Like he knew how to be a people person. Trust me, that's not it.
Oh yeah, but the best scam artists are.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not like your problem.
Yeah.
Yours is a different situation.
Yeah. Well, so either he's like I said, he's rich off the backs of others.
I don't see how, because you see his website, it doesn't look like anything to write home about.
Okay, or he's totally broke. He got your money. He canceled the service, and then he used the money basically to buy his groceries and his rent, and he doesn't have the cash to pay you back.
Well, he's not very smart then, because if you want to have ongoing money, then that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's like me. I got a lifetime membership. Our lifetime membership, I think, ends in 2028. I think is the lifetime membership date. So we're not advertising that, but I mean, my focus is that you're going to have at least 20 years of service. No, 10 years of service at least. 10.
Well, Nelson, in your case, even though I'm having the lifetime, here's the thing: your stuff is so good, full of content, and you're only adding more all the time, and upping the value. Heck, if I had to pay yearly or monthly or whatever, as much as I hate paying monthly, if that was my only option, I would do it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But either way, I'll pay yearly. I mean, I'll do it because it is worth it.
That's it. You see, but a lot of people. That's why I when someone says pay a lifetime, I'm so hesitant about it, because what is life? What is the term of lifetime? Lifetime of what? My life? The life of the program? The life of the site? His life?
Whichever comes first.
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of these people, if you were to go to their place and say, "Hey, I have a lifetime membership," they reach around the back of the door, pull out the shotgun, and say, "Your life or the program's life."
By the way, I'm not blocked from joining groups today. Yay, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So it must have been 24 hours, but that was a first for me, because normally I rarely have gone to jail.
Oh, hold on,
Sorry, not
what's
to
that
change the
about?
subject.
Hold on now. What's that about?
Facebook. Oh, sorry. Not to change the subject, sorry, but speaking of Facebook poster.
Belinda has dyslexia and ADD, DDH.
No, I don't have all that. I have a PhD, PMS, and ESP, and ESPN don't mind. But anyway, but my point is that I rarely go to jail in Facebook, because I usually am good with the rules, but every now and then they get shady. Okay, remember, it's not just whether you abuse it, but sometimes they get ridiculous. So that's why you always have a backup account for all your activities that you don't have to do on your main account, and keep your main account good.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you're not doing anything wrong, it doesn't mean you can't get screwed over. I don't trust them.
I don't trust any of the platforms anymore. Look at Google. YouTube just implemented a new filtering process in the back end. Users are told to either they can restrict all or restrict none. And there's no in between. I'll tell you what the restriction system does in a second. But their concept of their option is basically: do you want mayonnaise on your sandwich, or do you want a sandwich full of mayonnaise? Because there's no in between, right? Nobody knows of any options in between. And
right.
what they're talking about is restricting adult or offensive content, such as the lesbian, the gay, lesbian, LGBT plus things. And hold on a second here. Who's that? Oh, hi, Sandy. So the somebody my doorbell rang just once, and that told me there's somebody important.
Okay.
When my doorbell rings multiple times, it's an unknown assailant. And when I only brought products once, it's okay. I know who it is. By the way, someone's here. So what this restriction is that you can go in now and say restrict my accounts so that or filter my accounts to only show websites that are safe to watch. So websites that have swearing in it, talking about gay, lesbian topics, sexuality, anything of the sort, you can just block it all, regardless of the age content. You can be 60 years old. If you click that button, it blocks everything that they might deem as restrictable. And I don't think that's right. They didn't warn us. They didn't tell us anything. They're not telling us what the age criteria is, or if this is just being tested, or if this is something that's going to be ongoing and be developed further. And let's face it, I hope someone from YouTube listens to this, or someone passes the word on. When you do something on your website and you don't tell or don't communicate with your members or your users, human beings think the worst. And it's pretty sad that when I went to Philip DeFranco's channel this morning, all I saw was a white page. There was no videos, because all his videos are considered able to be filtered, because it is controversial talk. It talks about suicide, gay, lesbian stuff, the news, Trump, politics, and there's swearing in there, and it's his views on these different topics, but I'll put a link down below in the description below for that channel. But I had to go in and unselect restriction to say no restriction. I don't want to be restricted as to what I can see or not see. I'll determine that. But
I understand if children come on, I do want to have a safeguard for that. But as far as adults, we make our own decision.
Yeah, but YouTube has an entire kid section.
That's true. Yeah, right. That's true.
So why?
My daughter wants RedTube, and I don't even get it for myself.
Why are they limiting or restricting my view when I didn't choose to restrict anything? It's just automatically restricted. It's like they added the service and put everybody automatically restricted.
I'm sorry, I meant YouTube Red. Yeah.
Well, no, YouTube Red is new, but I'm talking about YouTube.
I mean, my daughter wants that, and I'm not even getting that for myself. And then that doesn't even include
YouTube Red is a whole other topic. YouTube Red is about to replace cable companies. They're going to be calling it YouTube TV.
Okay, but here's the thing: it doesn't include any of the pay movie things like you could pay for to see on YouTube.
It will be very shortly.
Well, okay, but when it starts including that, then I would say it's worth paying for.
Look into it. It's called look up YouTube TV, and seriously look up YouTube TV, because it's becoming a thing. It's like I think in my area it's going to be $35 a month, and I'm going to have access to YouTube Red, YouTube, all of the local cable channels, all through YouTube.
I mean, I'm sorry, not to change the subject, but to speaking up, because you said about filtering, and because for all you know, what if they do it? I mean, you know what I mean, for your channel selection, unless you have the option or something. But the reason I bring it up is because if I want to get it for myself and then my daughter wants it, will they do it what Netflix and my other ones like Hulu do, where you can have several people, like several accounts under one main account?
They have multiple accounts, the same as Netflix. I mean, they're starting to compete with cable companies. And there you go. The show's done again.
No, go ahead. Keep talking.
They're going to be doing it like Netflix / your cable company. So they're really, go look it up. It's called YouTube TV. Go look it up and you get all the details there, because I don't know. It depends on people's areas, But going back to what I was saying, the filtering. What I don't, I don't like all the gay stuff, gay lesbian stuff that's out there. I'm okay with somebody who's gay or lesbian.
But you don't want to be put in your face all the time.
I would rather not have to look at the stuff. I'm actually getting tired of it. And some of these people that are coming up on YouTube channels look like freaking clowns.
You mean like the drag queens?
Yeah, and it's like, that not every gay, not every lesbian is a drag queen.
Okay, look at me. Okay, I'm a Christian, right? But I have gay friends. I have friends of all backgrounds, okay? I have no problem with what you do with your life. It's your personal business.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether it's homosexuality or anything. I mean, that's not against the law or illegal, of course, minus that. But I don't want to be for. I understand people today. People are coming out because they had to keep themselves in the closet. I understand it's like a freedom for them. I get that. Okay, I can respect that. But when you have to flaunt it in my face all the time, like they're overdoing it.
Yeah.
It's no, but that could be anything. It's not just whether homosexuality. It could be this, that, or the other. It could be anything.
I mean,
that goes for.
Don't get me wrong. We have a couple of members that are transsexuals.
Yeah, but I don't care. They're people.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, like me being a Christian, would you like me to shove it down your throat? Would you like me to wave it in your face all the time?
Well,
no, right?
Us atheists get upset about that.
But you see my point. It's no matter what it is. It's the same principle for everything.
But it depends on like me, gay, lesbian. Like I said, I got nothing against it. It's just I'm tired of seeing it all the time. It's in the movies. It's in the shows. Look at Grey's Anatomy, two girls kissing. Why do we need to see that on Grey's Anatomy?
Because they're trying to make it the norm. Because they're trying to make up for all the times that they couldn't do it before.
Yeah, I know, but I'm hoping it comes to an end. I'm okay.
Me too. I agree with that.
I don't kiss my wife in public and suck face and inspect her tonsils in public.
I mean, I can understand you giving each other a kiss and holding hands, like a little kiss in public, but when it looks like when people have to come to you and say, "Go get a room," you're going a little too far.
Yeah, it's getting too far, I've told my daughter and her boyfriend, at times I'll go pick them up with my truck or whatever, and they're in the back seat sucking face, and they came a time I said, "Okay, enough," because all you can hear is lip smacking.
Yeah, I couldn't even do it in front of my parents. I was just too embarrassed.
No, that was just they were experimenting, exploring, fine. But at one point I had to say enough. It's and the relationship has evolved and it's calmed down from that now. They're not so infatuated with their bodies anymore. But no, but still that's heterosexual, and you imagine. So it
goes the same for everybody.
Hold on. The gay lesbian thing is just one example. I don't want people.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's just that's what I mean. It's just one example of any subject that could be the same.
But I mean, let's take Leafy's here or Pyrocynical, okay? PewDiePie. What's another one? There's a couple other ones I can think of, and they're very foul language kind of people. F this, screw that.
It's not funny after a while. It becomes too much.
No, but I like it. I like watching. I get a kick out of watching those things. My wife doesn't. She gets aggravated and insulted when she hears that playing. So I try to make it a point to lower the volume when they're talking, when these shows are on. And if I know my wife is coming towards the bedroom or whatever, and if I'm watching it, I will turn off the channel and watch the rest later. I respect my wife. But a couple of my daughters and myself like these channels.
I'll admit, even as a Christian, I'm not big on the swearing, but there are some people that make it funny. But then there's some people where when it's every other word that's the F word, that just becomes old.
I know, but
it can be too much.
But
you know what I mean?
It's a question of comedy. I'm not the kind of comedy person where three guys walked into a bar and one said to the other, "Did you see the third guy?" That's not my kind of comedy. Where it's slapstick comedy. My comedy.
My humor is universal. I go in different ways.
You can't be universal. There's comedy you don't like, and Pyrocynical and Leafy, they're a type of comedy that not many people like. But hey, they still got 3 million followers and 5 million followers watching this stuff. So there is a following.
Well, I'm not saying I like every type of humor, but I have several different types of humor like that. That some people may not find funny.
Universal means everything.
Well, okay. Well, universal to a point. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
That's like unlimited, but you can't use it all. So, like, look at Fugly. He's got his ranch show, and he's constantly saying stupid fucking sheep. But it's his shtick. That's his thing.
Yeah, I know.
But there are people that get upset when they say that, and he's told me, well, these people get upset and then they leave when I say this. And one of his videos, he tried to do a no swearing episode, and it flunked. It dropped like a brick in water.
Because it's just not.
It wasn't him.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It just was not him. So he went back to saying what he wants to say and how he wants to say it, and that's it. So and I told him, you have to tell yourself that if people unsubscribe, it's not because you're doing bad. It's just because they changed their mind. Just continue doing what you're doing as yourself, and make your content. But going back to the restriction and the filtering part, I, as the user, should be allowed to say whether or not I want to watch that content or not. When I go on YouTube on my TV and I look at content that's available, I have the choice of saying, hey, yeah, I want to see that, or no, I don't want to see this. I just got to look at the person's name. I don't see why they have to start filtering this stuff out. Granted, on the suggested or recommended channels, I would like the fact that I don't have to see the suggestions for gay lesbian stuff, or and again, I'm not against gays or lesbians whatsoever.
No, I know what you mean. No,
the only group that I'm against in this world, and I will say it, and I hope someone gets offended, I am against these Nazi feminists, these radical feminists that are out there.
I am too, and I'm a female, and I'll say it.
I am against that. Come on, male, female, we're human beings. I opened the door the other day for a woman at the corner store down here. I was getting coffee. I had 2 coffees. I was holding them one on top of the other, and I backed up to the door to open the door, and I said, "After you." And she looked at me. She put her hand on her hip and was like, "Excuse me, I can open my door by myself without any problems." And I'm like,
okay, so the next time I see some woman walking in behind me, I'll let the door just slam in her face. That's just called common courtesy.
I was being nice, you know?
No, you don't get it. That's called common courtesy.
Yeah, I know.
She shouldn't even be thinking of it as a gender thing.
No, but that's the thing. But these extremist feminists. A feminist is supposed to be somebody who's up for women's rights, not
making us look stupid.
Not for making women look like Conan the Barbarian.
Right.
You know, I could have held the door open for a guy. He wouldn't have done that. And if
exactly. Or his floating thing.
And if he did, he would have been in Nelson's thoughts in a bad way. You know. But it's like, I couldn't believe this, because then she went on this rant of women can do things for themselves. Stop thinking that you have to do stuff for women. When you hold a door open for a woman, you're telling the woman, I'm allowing you to enter the premises. I'm sitting there with my jaw dropped. I'm sitting there with my jaw dropped. Like, what? No, I'm serious. My jaw was dropped, and I was like, what the hell? And I kind of, the only thing I did, I'm still holding the 2 coffees, and I went, whatever, and I left. But it's like, I can't get that image out of my mind. This woman was just genuinely upset at me for opening the door for her.
Wow.
Call me a nice guy. I don't know. You know.
How dare you?
Yes, how dare I? I'm going to call Trump now and tell him we got to get rid of all these extremist Nazi
feminists. Build a wall against the feminists.
Yeah, I called them Nazi feminists.
You know, I can understand building a wall for those people, definitely.
I'm a feminist. I am. And I'm proud to say it, because I'm all for equal rights for women. I have 4 daughters. I have my wife, who recently experienced the problem of feminism in the workplace, where she's a girl and one of her bosses was always hiring the guys to go out to do the job. And I told her, get a hold of human resources and file a complaint. She did it, and now suddenly it's 2 guys, 2 girls on the work crews. And my wife works in inventory, right? So, you know, it's not like this isn't a carpentry or anything like that. This isn't construction. This is inventory. What, Sandra? Yeah, my daughter the feminist.
Okay, I just got blocked from joining groups again. I did it slow this time, the freaking idiots. I'll just wait another day and join more, so screw them.
You're joining too many groups.
I didn't join that many today. I joined less than 10. I've joined 20 before without a problem.
You're gonna have to go look at Facebook and see what their terms are and see.
You know what? They must be always changing their rules or something. I don't know.
They are. I mean, like we're changing our rules all the time, but anyway, we tell people
about
it.
I'm not even abusing the door if they're anywhere near it.
No, I know, but according to them,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they have to do it in such a way that it encompasses everyone, not just students. They're not targeting you.
I know, but this is ridiculous even for people that do.
I know, but this is why the other day I was getting triggered about social media and Twitter and Facebook. There's so much... You can't base your business on it. Anyways, going back to feminazis, my daughter says. But I mean, I'm all for equal rights for women. I mean, I think women, in fact, in a lot of jobs, women should get paid more than men. They do a better job than men. Women are.
I think it should go by the performance, not the
Yeah.
gender to begin with.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, what does it matter if your testicles are on the outside or basic technology on the inside?
Or on your chest.
You know, it's a manner of speaking, but it's true. You know, going back to the beginning of the conversation about idiots. I mean, if you think a woman can't do a job, I can understand if you're expected to be able to hold back 250-pound weight, like for example, search and rescue. But I know women who know the technique that can, with the cables and the pulleys and the equipment that they use, they can hold back a guy that's 250 pounds, 6 foot tall. They can control that weight. So with today's technology and the stuff that we know, even in construction, search and rescue, if someone tells me, oh yeah, but if the woman's going to be a firewoman, let's be fair, politically correct here, right? If they're going to be a firewoman, do you really want to have a woman holding you if you're hanging over the side of a building? Yeah, as long as she's trained properly and she has the proper equipment.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the difference between a woman or a guy half my size? You see what I mean? If he's half my weight, the same problem. He technically cannot hold back my weight. You see, if he's half my weight. Okay, I'm about 200 pounds, so this would make a 100-pound fireman. So yeah, that's not going to work. You know. But I mean, the women should still be given an equal chance. I mean, if a woman wants to prove herself in the field, let her prove herself. If she's better than a guy, they should be, you know, encouraged. Go for it. I tell my daughters, go for it. My daughter became a nurse, a registered nurse, and I told her, go for it. I said, if that's what you want to do, you know. And you should see the stuff she has to do. She has to be able to well, yeah, Sandra, you got a second? I mean, you were telling me there was one lady that you had to turn over. You figured she was about 300 pounds? And you're able to do it on your own, right? Because you have technique. So my daughter went through the training course to become a nurse and got the technique. And she basically had to, you know, has to be able to maneuver this patient that's an elderly person. And like I said, my daughter figures she's about 300 pounds. And my daughter, how much do you weigh, Sandy? About what, 170? 180? Around that, without insulting you? Okay. And, you know, so she's like about half the weight of this lady, and she's still able to maneuver and do all this based on technique. I can't do it. I didn't learn how to do it. I'd probably break some bones. Or twist a hip or something. And I'm talking about mine, not the patient's.
I was going to say you'd be sued.
Yeah, that's it, you know. I'd probably go to lift her up and go, oh, my back.
Oh, insult to injury.
Yeah, that's it, you know. Yeah, I just insulted my injury, yes. But that's the thing, you know, so filtering these extremists, these feminazis, my daughter just educated me on this. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing those people. I'm tired of seeing the people that anytime you say anything or do anything that might be against the culture, they scream bloody murder. Like me and John. I mean, I'm always saying to John how I'm trying to become more black. And it's a joke between John and I. I'm not racist. I have a shitload of black friends. And when I say black, I'm not just saying African American. Right? I mean, I got friends from Libya. They're also Lebanese. Not just Libyan, but also Lebanese, Moroccan, you know, all sorts of colors and shades. You know, we joke around and stuff, but one person one time heard me say something about the skin color, and that person was white and really went off the rails as, you're racist. Like, this is getting out of control. You know, the whole filtering and, you know, what we should be allowed to hear or not hear, it's just going nuts. This YouTube thing with the filtering of restricted content, that's just another nail in the coffin. What is a society coming to? We can't talk or say what we want. You know, let the people decide what they want or don't want. I think, anyways.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think, Eugene? How do you feel about that?
You're talking about society?
Society in general, not just society in general. Everybody, you, me, everyone. Eugene is building his neutron bomb in his basement. He's kind of focused on mathematics right now.
What you said? You said something about you was talking about you have several friends from different ethnicities,
Yeah.
and then you said something about society.
Well, that we that it's coming down to anytime. Well, anytime you say anything that could maybe be negative or considered racial, people go. Other people go nuts about this, and it's like it really pisses them off, you know. And the example I was giving was this one person was a white guy, didn't know me from a hole in the ground. I said something to one of my buddies, who happens to be Lebanese, and this unknown person went ballistic on us. Ugh.
Yeah, it's good to be careful.
Wow.
But
I don't know. 450 number. That's Montreal.
Yeah.
you got new stalkers everywhere.
Yes. Oh, you see, we're talking about blacks and whites, and yeah, I'm getting a phone call from Montreal. It's somebody out there going, "Hey, you can't say that on YouTube. You can't talk about blacks and whites and colored people. That's just wrong."
As Michael Jackson said, it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Jackson is a perfect example. Dude's black and decided to go white. I mean, that...
No, he had whatever the skin condition is, and now after his death, it has been proven on medical documents. So
What?
he did have, his son has that same skin thing on his hand.
For what?
Where you get these white spots for Lego, or however you call, I forget how you say it.
Oh,
It's a skin condition. And so he had to bleach his whole skin to match, because he would have white spots all over.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was true.
I thought he was truly a black guy going white. I mean, I had respect for him.
No. He had a skin condition, and he wasn't trying to be white.
Yeah,
He didn't want to look like his father, but he still was. But he taught his kids to be proud of their black heritage.
Yeah, there you go. Now my phone's going nuts. Somebody's totally texting me. Stop texting me. What did I do to you?
Oh, Nelson likes the attention. Don't stop
really.
giving him attention.
Not really. It's like, go away, leave me alone. I got better
no,
things
you don't
to do
really
than talk
mean
to
that. You don't mean that.
I got one missed call. Oh well. Hey, we are at 51 minutes. Does anybody have any topics or comments, or anybody want to add anything?
Yes, I think we should threaten people to join Mardox.
Yes, join now.
And bribe them.
Or miss out. Join today.
Anyway.
And join today, and we will give you 100 million.
You know,
I didn't say dollars.
I like Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
Me too.
Why
me
are we
too.
saying this?
They're random.
Your camera's not on.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
And?
You said that. Your
I
camera's
say
on.
yeah, and your point.
Turn your camera on. Show the peeps.
I already ate me Lucky Charms.
Yes, you ate me Lucky Charms too.
You ate the box already?
Yes, it was magically delicious.
So, before
Look,
The
the
box has fiber.
yeah. So, hey
What?
guys, seriously, get out there. Tell your downline. Get a hold of your people, that your members. Tell them that if they want to get in at $19.95 to lock in that price forever, they got to sign up between now and Friday. Friday morning, deals off. It's going to go to $24.95. And that goes for anybody. Go over to Mardox, join, and click the upgrade now button. You can get in at $19.95. That'll be locked in. As long as your membership stays paid, you will be at $19.95. If you miss out, it's going to go $24.95. And I'm pretty sure that in a few months you're going to go, oh man, I wish I joined when I had it at $19.95. And that's
By the way, people, if you're not already even a free member of Mardox, come talk to me either on Facebook or Skype. Look for Coach Belinda Condell, and I'll be happy to get you in.
Yeah, sure. And go find Belinda, or go find Lauren or Eugene. Eugene's pretty good. He won't talk your ear off, that's for sure.
He's always neutral with whatever you decide.
Yeah, it's like, okay, whatever. We love you, Eugene. Probably our most dedicated soul in our whole group. But
yes,
also,
he'll stay there until.
Listen now. Those of you that already have a $19.95 membership through Payza, If you do not want to have it through Payza, you can now go pay through PayPal or with credit card. You don't have to be stuck to Payza anymore. If you want to pay manually instead of having automated subscription, you can do so, but you're going to have to go into Payza and cancel your subscription. You don't lose time, you don't lose service, but you'll be notified 5 days before the end of your term that you'll have to make another payment for the upcoming month, and every time you make a payment, it adds 30 days to the expiry date. So, and actually I did the math today. If you guys go listen to Nelson's thoughts, I did the math. In February, you see, every month you pay, we give you 31 days of service when you pay manually. Okay? So in February, you're actually getting 3 extra days. Every month that only has 30 days, you get an extra day. Every month that has 31 days, it comes up equal. So you're getting 9 or 10 extra days a year if you pay manually monthly.
Yeah, according to leap year too.
Yeah, that will give you
Sorry,
10
proper
extra
English.
days. That'll give you
Leap year.
That will give you 1/3 of a month more service than if you paid on an automated subscription on the same day every month. So yeah, it's an interesting little glitch in our system, and I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave it as is. I think it's great. That extra days, because we didn't want to have to calculate the days of a month and leap years and stuff like that. And it's like, screw it. Everybody gets 31 days when we add the days. My concept is if you go to a restaurant and you buy a 12-inch sub, you should get 12 and a half, 13 inches, not 12 or 11. Subway. Not that no Subway. Eat fresh.
So
my concept is you're supposed to have 30 days of service. I give you 31. That way you can't say, oh well, I'm missing a day. You got 31 days for the same service. So do the math. But if you guys want to go to manual payment, as long as you're still in your term, your expiry date has not expired, you can cancel the subscription at Payza. It just cancels the subscription. Your Mardox account still stays going, but you'll have to make a payment before the end date of your term. If you miss your end date, you'll lose the $19.95 payment. So if you stay on the automated subscription at Payza, you don't have to worry about losing your $19.95. The system will just keep cranking out the cash for you. So that's pretty much it there. Go check it out. The subscription buttons, everything's all up there. The Mardox, paying with your Mardox wallet is coming. There's some security issues I want to make sure of. I want to add some extra levels of security so people can't start stealing credits out of other members' accounts. And then after that, we're looking at maybe allowing people to pay with checks. Actually mail-in checks. So there's that options too for those that don't have credit cards or don't want to deal with Payza or PayPal or anything.
You will need 2 forms of ID.
Yeah. Well, there's a KYC that
I was joking.
No. It's true. There's a KYC, a Know Your Client form that has to be filled out. You do have to show proof of residency at an address and 2 forms of ID before you mail a check to us. But the option will be coming up. We will be opening up that door again. It's one of those services that went the way of the dodo, but it's like we've got people that don't have credit cards. They're in another country. They're in Europe or whatever, and they get international money orders. So it's like, hey, why not send us an international money order as long as we know who you are and where it's from.
I wouldn't want to deal with checks, though. I don't trust them.
Well, as long as you
whether
have ID,
states or not.
As long as you have ID. I mean, if the person gives you a fake check, you go after them. But the option is there. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of countries that don't have credit cards.
I'd rather just not deal with going after.
People are getting away from using Payza and PayPal. They're getting sick of it because of all the rules changing all the time with no warning.
I know, but then it's not instant like PayPal. That's the problem. Why I love PayPal. It's instant, convenient. Don't have to wait.
Well, it depends. If you pay by e-check, yeah, you do have to wait.
No, I'm talking just using Payza in general. I don't do checks. Or PayPal. Yeah. I don't do checks.
Yeah. PayPal is the easiest, but again, there's a lot of people that don't want to deal with it.
I didn't even know checks were still around, considering that most people do online bill pay and all that anymore.
There's still checks. I mean, all my clients pay with checks. For snow removal and lawns, they all give me checks.
Really? I didn't even know they existed because I haven't had snail mail in years.
Yeah, but you don't need snail mail to have a check.
No, I mean I pay everything online, so I don't
Yeah,
even
you pay,
need
but what
to.
about your clients that want to pay you? What if a client wants to
The same thing. They use PayPal and online
Yeah,
services.
because
Most of
that's
them
what they
that
offer. But offer to a client one time. Say, hey, you give me $1,000 check, I'll give you the service. So you put $1,000
no,
check through your account. Whoopee.
I don't want to check. Nope, I don't trust it. No, I'm not dealing with that.
Well, it's the first system of payment. It still exists and it's secure. It's just you got to know your client. That's the problem. Anyways, the service will be. Belinda's doing it again. Good grief.
No, I'm doing this because I love to harass you.
Oh, yeah, but now you can have. Now we're gonna have a bunch of people go. Oh, I don't trust checks because Belinda said that.
Oh yeah, like they care what I have to
Yeah,
say.
they do. You're a celebrity on this.
I am not.
Well, last time you disappeared and didn't show it didn't show up for a week, people were asking where you were.
Really? Did they have forks and pitchforks and machetes when they were
Well,
asking?
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, sure. If it makes you happy.
Uh,
Anyhow, let's wrap it up for today. Well, actually, hold on a second. We got 15 seconds left to go, guys. 15 seconds, because then we can put ads in.
Everybody say some random things. Mickey
9,
Mouse, Minnie
8,
Mouse, Smurf.
7, 6, 5.
Oh my lord, my Lanta.
Let's just do 15 seconds of silence. Complete silences. There. Now we can fill with ads. We done 1 hour.
We have to say goodbye.
Oh yeah, just gotta say goodbye. Okay, everybody, say goodbye.
God bless, goodbye, everybody. Sayonara.
Yeah, tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blah blah blah. Daily live chat. Blah blah blah. Mardox. Blah blah blah. Join. Blah blah blah.
Sheep.
Sheep. Yes,
Sheep.
fugly sheep.